This video is brought to you thanks to the generosity of our patrons. If you'd like to support HeliSimmer.com and all that we do, please visit patreon.com/HeliSimmer. Hello everyone, I am Sergio of HeliSimmer.com. Welcome to the weekly flyby. After a couple of weeks of pause, here we are once again. The weekly flyby did stop for some time, but that doesn't mean we stopped bringing you the news related to helicopter flight simulation. That means that today we have a lot to cover, so let's get right into it. FG UK released a new version of the AW159 Wildcat for FlightGear. The model can be used on FlightGear 2017 and higher, and it's basically a complete package rebuild with both the Army and the Navy versions now included. You can find mission-specific payloads for each type, and it is compatible with the cargo towing add-on, which is a separate download. The cockpit panels were completely rebuilt, and the autopilot was developed from scratch to match the Wildcat specific features. You can check out the full list of features and the link to download at our website. Just look for the link on the video description down below. Helicopter Simulator by Line Studio is not just your go fly around type of sim. You can obviously go fly around, but you will also be able to follow some missions or goals, as the game teaches you to get the R-22 out of the hangar, do your pre-flight checks, start it up and do some missions. The level of interaction is unusual to a sim. You need to actually unlock the doors before opening, as opposed to other sims. As you turn the landing lights and strobes, it will require it from you to get out of the helicopter and check them. And yes, you can walk around and even pull your helicopter out of the hangar. So in a sense, it's not just a sim about flying helicopters. It goes a step forward and it does a bit more. While Helicopter Simulator is still under development, the author, Line Studios, which is actually a one-man studio, has already released it as an early access title on Steam. Beware though, expect problems, issues, bugs, unfinished features or lack thereof. You can fly the helicopter around the cool island and do some missions, but do not expect a fully finished, polished product, because it's not. It's early access. Helicopter Simulator is shaping up nicely though, and I cannot wait to see what's coming in the future. IPACS released an alpha version of Aerofly FS2, which includes a preview version of the EC-135. Just with anything in early access or alpha stages, you should keep in mind the important things may be missing. And in the case of the EC-135, one of those things happens to be the flight model, which is not the final one. So don't take the EC-135 in this version as the final release. Still, you will be able to take her for a spin, appreciate the cockpit and the new systems, and perhaps even give IPACS some feedback on the helicopter. You will be able to find the updates on your Steam library. If you don't have Aerofly FS2, you can find a link where to get it from our website. Check out the video description. We probably already all have seen the amazing job being done with Microsoft's Flight Simulator scenery. It's completely stunning, with previously unseen detail on such a large scale, and it makes the whole world much more engaging and fun to fly at. But not everything is perfect, and there are obvious landmarks missing. This is exactly where companies such as ORBX enter the market once again. On a post on the official forums, the company announced that they have already a few scenery products ready, but there was one in particular that caught my eye. Landmarks London City Pack does that job of filling the gaps in the city of London by adding buildings, landmarks, and city features that are lacking on Microsoft's base scenery, which is pretty damn good already. But it does need some improvements, which ORBX will be offering right away now that the sim is already out. This gets me really excited, as it means that when Microsoft releases helicopters, we may have more complete, remarkably detailed, fun cities to fly at. Meanwhile, ORBX has already released a few series for the sim, which means that if you have Microsoft Flight Simulator, you can already start getting your sim ready and improved. Continuing with ORBX, as the company has been very active lately, it seems that they are nudging at our community again. In fact, they called my attention to a small detail on the features list of a new product they have released recently, the Balearic Islands for X-Plane. The company has added a few more helipads around it. In fact, they have sent us a shout out on the email we received with this information, as they said that, quote, "For all the heli pilots out there, we have included additional helipads on all islands for you to enjoy this truly spectacular heli flyer's paradise," end quote. Check out the link on the video description for more information. Since the announcement of Microsoft Flight Simulator, a lot of confusion has settled in the community and lots of misinformation has been spread as well. People also have tried to find out about helicopters. I have been doing my best to inform them about it, as Microsoft told me directly, face to face, that helicopters would come after the release. More recently though, a few more pieces of information came up and some confusion settled down again. I then decided to contact Microsoft directly, and on a video interview, they set some of the facts straight. First of all, helicopter functionality will be added for free to the base sim. Third-party developers can then make helicopters for the simulator, both free or payware, which we can install on the sim without having to pay more to Microsoft. A paid DLC with several helicopters will be released by Microsoft though. This DLC will be optional, and it won't be required to use helicopters from third-party developers. Microsoft mentioned the number of helicopters on that DLC could be something between 4 to 8, but we don't know if that will be the final number. This DLC may also bring other content, such as missions for example, but again, we still have to have confirmation from Microsoft. As promised before, HeliSimmer.com and its community will be involved in the process to help the company add helicopters and any helicopter-related extra features to the sim. Hopefully, this will dissipate any questions or doubts regarding helicopters in Microsoft Flight Simulator. If we get more information about it, you will be the first ones to know. Boston Virtual ARTCC launched a free training program for virtual pilots. The program's goal is to help newcomers getting into flying with ATC easier. Virtual pilots will be doing 30 online flights in New England, each flight with specific tasks. These flights can be flown in sequence, or you can focus only on some subsets like, for example, VFR or RNAV. Helicopters are obviously covered as well, and you can find more information about the program and how to enroll on our website. Just check out the link on the video description. A community member released a few files for a very cool project, a collective handle that you can easily adapt to your Logitech X-56 throttle. The concept is very simple. Attach it to the side of your throttle, invert the collective axis, and you're all set. Although it won't be perfect, you'll get a feeling closer to a helicopter than if you were using the throttle as normal. Check out the link on the video description to download the necessary files for you to 3D print this collective. Low Level Heaven started a new cool venture and founded a new helicopter wing. The Black Angels are an independent wing working together with the Tiger Mercs Jet Squadron, and they are welcoming new pilots. The wing counts with 13 helicopter pilots at the moment, some of which are in training and flying together with the veterans, but they want to expand their ranks. Although their main focus is German-speaking pilots of all levels, they are open to those that speak only English as well. Right now, the wing trains together as an open squad, but they also have a cavalry squad. The Black Angels training and test programs are, quote, based on the FAA practical test standards, end quote, as the founder of the squadron is a former FAA flight instructor, and they also have a, quote, range system oriented on the US Army Aviator range, end quote, which was adapted to the wing's needs. There are no mandatory flight tests in the open squad, but to get into the cavalry squad, pilots are required to go through specific flight tests. There are also tests for a certain range, which stands for roles within the squad, such as wingman, flight lead, squad lead, and so on. After the upcoming UH-1H squad, the Black Angels will start forming an Mi-8, Gazelle, and Ka-50 squads. Eagle Dynamics released a few new screenshots of the Mi-24 Hind for DCS, as well as a list of features and the development status for the items on that list. A few important parts of the project are already finished or well underway. The company has not indicated a date of release yet, but the whole project seems a bit more advanced than a lot of us thought it would be. You can check out the screenshots on our website and the full list of features as well. The week ended with more screenshots, this time of the JRX Bo-105 for X-plane. The developer recently published some images of the helicopter for Laminar Research's sim, but he also sent us some new exclusive screenshots. The Bo-105 is a model I have been personally wanting to see in sims such as X-plane for quite some time, and when I heard that JRX was working on it right after the release of the Gazelle, I couldn't be happier. The model is already looking very nice and the pedal seems very complete, and Simon Rowe, the man behind JRX, also sent us a bit more information. What we see in these screenshots is just a first look at the objects in X-plane for scaling and integrity of the model, and none of the textures we see here, apart from the ones in the instruments, are actual textures that will be used in the final model. Liveries are already being worked on by a third-party artist that is working with JRX. We should see a mix of different liveries from around the world, including military. Simon said that he hasn't settled on a variant, but only one version will be released, and very probably it will be the CBS4. This has yet to be confirmed. The panel is modeled but wasn't added to X-plane yet, and the rest of the work is ongoing as well. So things such as sound flight model, coding, animations, etc. is still work in progress. At least one Bo-105 pilot is involved. Our own Nick Bates is the man here, and we know how demanding he is, so this should be another interesting bird from JRX. The date of release is unknown at the time, but I personally cannot wait to take her for a spin. You can see the screenshots on our website as well. And that was all. It was quite an extensive list of news. We did cover 3 weeks after all. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if that's the case, that you are having a nice vacation and enjoying the summer if you are on the north side of the world. If you like this video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to click that bell icon to get notified each time we release the video. If you would like to support what we do here at HeliSimmer.com, I would like to ask you to please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/HeliSimmer. I will see you all next week. Until then, take care and fly safe.